10 days ago this far away from not going, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that last play, I've told a lot of people that, you know, it's one of those things that it's almost the culmination of kids, how they grew up, how they play, how they think about the game, and then it gets down to that 1 inch and who's gonna make it happen. Did you feel that way on that play?
Sam, I all these years I've coached, I've never been through a situation like that where we started out dominating the game. I mean, I thought we were going to win by 3 touchdowns the way it was going, and then all of a sudden they ran a kickoff back, they got an onside kick, and they got the momentum and we couldn't stop them. And it got down there to the very end. Our coaches, we put a couple of guys from the offensive line, some of our bigger guys in and so forth, but it was happening so quick, I don't think any of us really realized what was happening.
Right.
Because it was over. I looked at the clock, I said 13 seconds. You know, I figured if we could get it with a minute to go, we might have a chance to come back and score. But unbelievable. I mean, our kids, I told them the next day, I said, guys, that other team deserves just as much as we do of playing in the state championship.
Yeah, they were good. They were good football team.
I said, you guys made a play that is a play for the ages first. I said, but you know, sometimes destiny works that way. You know, and we're sure glad to get a chance.
Yeah, you know, and all the coaching that you do and your staff does, in the end, players got to play, right?
Yeah, they still got to make the plays.
Yeah.
You know, and it's exciting knowing for kids to get their chance to be in the game, and it's part of life that, you know, now we see all these guys that are older and they come by and, you know, I remember I played in the 2002 state championship. Oh yeah, that's right. You know, it's big for them.
Doesn't get old for you either.
No,
What's this? Are you trying to win your 12th? Is that right?
Well, it's just actually my 11th.
Right.
The school had won one before I got
When
here.
Bill was here?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They won in '86.
Yeah.
And then we got on that runner-up string going that wasn't so good. But you know what a lot of people don't realize? We lost 3 times in a row. We beat Booker T. Washington one of the times.
That 1 year, yeah.
And then we lost 3 straight. Well, all those years, those 4 in a row, in the semifinals, they beat Cocoa.
Okay.
And when we were watching films back in those years, I kept thinking, Cocoa looks better on film than they do. I didn't want to play Cocoa then.
Right,
and then Booker T beats us and them. And so you talk about a hungry team. They're a team, are we hungry? Yeah. But they're a team that's had, been beat by the best team so many times themselves in the semifinals.
So when you look at this team, I mean, it's new for your guys. It's new for your seniors, your juniors.
Right.
You know, this is they're used to going down there or wherever the game is played and playing Booker T, but now they're going to go play a completely different football team.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing. I've tried to make our kids understand how good this team is that we're playing. They've heard Booker T for their whole life just about. And when you figure this team, they have 1 loss on the record, and that was early in the season out at Bishop Gorman in Vegas.
Oh, I know that. Cole lived out there.
Yeah, I know it. And you know what they've got out there.
That's unbelievable.
And it's
Did they go out there and play them?
Oh yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
How about
and
that?
They got, and this is stuff people don't want. They think private school, you get these kids. Well, they got 15 different people on their team that weren't there last year. And we played against several of them for other teams.
Oh.
Palm Bay Heritage, we were lucky last year. We were the only team to beat them until they got beaten in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Well, 3 of their guys start for Cocoa now.
How about that?
So they got a good team. They got it well coached. They got good players. And, their quarterback, Sam, early on committed to Ohio State.
Oh, wow.
And then I think they told him he's going to be a running back receiver. And so he's probably going to go to a USF, UCF, somewhere.
To play quarterback.
To play quarterback.
Yeah.
Because this guy can go now. But
so are they like you, or are they more like Raines? What's Cocoa like?
Well, I think they're the best offensive and defensive lines we have faced this year. Their 4-man rush on defense I mean, it looks like they're rushing 7, the way they get after you, you know. And then offensively, they're big, not particularly tall, but big and can run, and they get after you. They coach them hard there.
Yeah, these guys want to play.
Yeah, they want to play. So they don't do an abundance of things, but what they do it very well, and they're confident in it, and they've done it against top competition.
Yeah.
So, you know, we understand all that. Kids, now that's another thing. To get them to understand that sometimes is a little different, you know.
I think in 2008, when Riley was
Riley was a quarterback in 2004, 2005.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So 2005.
Yeah.
Played in Gainesville. Who'd you play there? Was that the 2005 team?
In Gainesville, we played Tampa, Jefferson.
Jefferson. Yeah. Because Cole, that's the team Cole was on.
Yep.
Yeah. 2005. Yeah. Because he was a
sophomore. Freshman or sophomore? Freshman.
Freshman that year.
Yep.
Because he's a class of 5, 6, 7, 8. Because he was a class of 2008. It's easy to remember. Austin was a class of 2000. Whitney was a class of 2004. Cole was a class
every
of
4 years.
Yeah,
that's good.
So that's good. All right, we good?
How you feeling?
You know,
how you feeling?
Well, Sam, you know, it's funny, and I don't like to get into all the things, but basically what happened to me was in 1988, I got hit by that car.
Right.
You know, and I spent 2 months in the hospital, and I still got rods and skin grafts off my chest trying to make a calf and so forth. Well, I got a call in 1992, and they said, would you come in for testing? I said, for what? They said, well, we didn't do blood work back then, and I took all kind of blood transfusions. Well, they found out in 1992 that I had hepatitis C.
C, yeah.
Okay, so they said a lot of times it'll go undetected for a long time.
Not unusual in our age group.
Right,
yeah.
To where it was. Yeah. And, you know, and then this summer, I've never done this in my life. I took 3 days, and I don't take any time off. And I went with some of my high school buddies to Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina to play golf. And I started just spewing blood. They couldn't stop it.
Wow.
They took me to that hospital. They couldn't do anything. They took me by ambulance to Johnson City, Tennessee. They got me on the Metajet back to here, to the Mayo, to try to get this stuff stopped. And I have full-blown, what is it when your liver's shot? Cirrhosis of the liver.
Huh.
From
that.
That's what started it.
Yep.
And it's been a process that when you have that, this buildup of fluid, and I take right now, the hepatitis C part is kind of getting whipped. I've been taking this Harvoni stuff.
I see that on TV.
Yeah. And it's really good stuff. Now, it's like taking chemo every day.
Is it?
It knocks you down.
Does it?
But like yesterday, I had been there 2 weeks earlier. I went there yesterday. Saturday and Sunday, I didn't go to the Jaguar. I sat in my chair in my house and did football stuff, studying. And I had to sit down 3 times, walking when I was in the hospital at the Mayo to the thing. I had to stop 3 times. I couldn't breathe. They took out They took out 7 liters of fluid from my stomach. That's 15 pounds.
I was going to say.
That you lose in an hour.
Right.
And then you got to put back in something that takes another hour. Anyway, it's all. I got here 5 minutes before practice yesterday. Was that weak? Am I still weak some? Yeah.
You have to go to dialysis?
I don't have to do dialysis.
Yeah,
the next thing possibly down the line is a possible liver transplant, probably, that I'm dealing with. But today, I feel so much better. Whenever they take it out,
you feel better.
Oh, while they're taking it out, you just go, because it pushes up and is cutting off your breathing, is what it's doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, my stomach was that big.
It sticks out right there. Yeah.
And it
pushes your diaphragm.
It pushes the whole thing up, is what it does. So, you know, my health hasn't been good, but I don't miss practice. I don't miss things.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm hard-headed about that. The people at Mayo, they're wonderful people, brilliant people, but they don't like to work around my plans a lot. And, you know, so we've had our
Sure.
little run-ins and stuff, you know. It's
the way they deal with everybody.
Yeah, you know how it is. It's one of those things.
They're in charge, you're not.
Yeah, they are. And so, but that's the only thing that's held me back health-wise. But again, it's been one of the fun years for me.
Is that right?
Well, you know, I most of the time I work most of the time with the receivers and the running backs, quarterbacks. That's where I am most of the time, and those guys are all seniors, so we've been through it together.
Right.
We've played in a lot of big games, and they're good players.
Oh yeah.
They're good players, good
yeah.
Solid players,
Yeah.
and because of that more than anything, it's been fun, and to see us improve on defense. We didn't have a lot of talent.
I was going to say.
And these coaches have done a great job.
Yeah, you've gotten better.
Yeah, they have.
You
and
can kind of see it that you guys have gotten better.
They've done a great job with them, and so all in all, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure.
And to get one more chance like this it's just, you know, unbelievable. But this team deserves to be there.
To have a chance.
Yeah, you know, you could say South Sumter deserves to be there.
Sure.
But you know, so do we.
Somebody's got to go.
Yeah.
Might as well be us.
Yeah. The way it worked out, but you know, we're excited, and it's I wish we weren't playing Thursday night.
Yeah.
You know, that all got moved because of that ACC
I know,
thing.
that whole thing. They moved. They had moved. You were supposed to play last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, this week preparation, like today, the reason I'm able to talk and things, we've already done our preparation.
Yeah.
Everything's done. We just have to practice. Is all we have to do. You know.
So you guys are gonna leave tomorrow?
No, we don't leave till the day of the game.
You're gonna leave the day of the game?
Everybody laughs at me. You know, sometime in the late 70s, I was head coach at Lee. We're playing Choctaw in the playoffs over there. Well, we got beat like 28-14. You think you know your kids. Well, we spent the night. Sam, I found cheerleaders hidden in bathtubs. I found liquor bottles. One person acted like he was escaping prison. He had tied sheets together and had come down 3 floors. These are people you think you know.
Yeah. You've coached these kids for 4 years. Yeah.
And from that day on, I go the day of the game. I don't care the hell where we got to drive. I'm going that day because I'm not putting up with that anymore.
That's the best.
But I mean, there was things you couldn't come up with that they were doing.
Sure, they're high school kids.
Yeah.
They think of everything.
Sure, way ahead of you in everything they're doing.
Kind of proud of those guys.
Yeah.